South Africa turned dark and heavy as Julius Malema declared that both Gwede Mantashe and President Cyril Ramaphosa were now in serious trouble. It was not the kind of trouble that comes with court papers or police sirens, but the more dangerous kind, political trouble, the kind that shakes reputations, splits alliances, and rewrites history. The moment Malema stepped to the podium, the tension in the room was unmistakable. His tone was calm, almost surgical, as if he was not there to shout but to deliver a verdict. For too long, he began, South Africa has been governed by leaders who wear masks. Masks of integrity. Masks of struggle credentials. Masks of honesty. Today, we begin the process of removing those masks. Malema spoke of power that hides behind polished speeches and carefully managed images. He said the real secrets were not always about money or crime, but about influence, manipulation, and political hypocrisy. Secrets, he said, are not always documents in a safe. Sometimes secrets are decisions made in private that change the lives of millions in public. He turned first to Gwede Mantashe, describing him as a man who carries the image of a liberation veteran, a revolutionary voice of authority. Mantashe is respected, Malema said. But respect must never become a shield. He speaks of transformation, but transformation cannot exist where power is recycled among the same elites. He talks of protecting workers, but compromises are made that protect comfort instead of justice. The words were not explosive, but they were deeply unsettling. They suggested contradiction rather than criminality, hypocrisy rather than illegality. And in politics, hypocrisy can be just as damaging. Then Malema turned to President Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa is marketed as the symbol of clean leadership, he said. But cleanliness is not a slogan. It is a practice. And practices cannot survive in silence. Malema accused the president of allowing distance between his public image and the political reality on the ground. You cannot speak of renewal while protecting old political habits. You cannot promise transparency while governing through controlled narratives. You cannot build trust while avoiding uncomfortable truth. Within minutes, social media ignited. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag serious trouble. Hashtag Malema speaks. Hashtag ANC drama. Hashtag political reckoning. Supporters of Malema celebrated him as fearless. Critics accused him of playing dangerous political games. Neutral observers said something far bigger than a speech was unfolding. Malema hinted that what he called secrets were not about sudden scandals, but about years of political contradictions. These secrets, he said, are about how decisions are made. Who benefits? Who is protected? And who is sacrificed? Inside ANC corridors, anxiety spread. Party loyalists rushed to defend both Mantashe and Ramaphosa, insisting that Malema was simply trying to destabilize leadership and gain political relevance. But the urgency of their reactions only deepened public suspicion. Because Malema did not provide documents. He did not show recordings. He did not release emails. When you accuse someone of crime, they defend in court, one analyst said. When you accuse someone of hypocrisy, they defend in public opinion. And public opinion is harder to control. Mantashe was described as angry but calculating. He had survived many political storms before. But this time, the attack was different. It was not personal. It was philosophical. It challenged the legitimacy of his moral authority. What exactly are these secrets? The secret is that South Africans have been taught to believe leadership is purity. Leadership is not purity. Leadership is accountability. And accountability has been delayed for too long. Some believed he was preparing a political campaign. Some believed he was destabilizing ANC unity. Some believed he was testing public reaction before releasing further statements. But what united everyone was fear of uncertainty. Because uncertainty is the most powerful weapon in politics. The ANC leader.